Hello there, my fellow Oompa Loompa chumbies. I am back, Q-Boy, or Rainbow Productions, however you want to say it. To the tone of my voice, I am going to talk to you about this one comic book that I saw as a kid on YouTube. It was like a video of, it was this Sonic the Hedgehog video of Sonic as Red Riding Hood, and it was once on YouTube. And before you assume that it's gonna be like when you kids or teens gonna be like, so, oh, Sonic as Red Riding Hood, that doesn't sound that bad. Well, let me tell you something. It's not one of those. It's actually one of those type of comic books. Oh, and the reason why I'm showing cute little images of hedgehogs, because since when I'm about to describe this comic book, it's probably going to be the most wretched thing you ever heard in your whole life. Here is the comic book. It says Sonic the Red Riding Hood. You might be thinking, what's wrong with this? Well, let me try to describe it in the most simple way without YouTube getting ready to take down this video or try to monetize my ass. Even though I don't even get paid at all since I'm still a child. But here it is. So when I was inside of my grandfather's car, I used to play on his phone since when I was like 7 or 8, probably 7. I never had a phone before I was 9. And I was looking at YouTube, right? Just playing on it until I stumbled across this. I thought it was just a video of Sonic in shadow, like Sonic as the Red Riding Hood or something. And when I clicked it, it looked normal. It just started off with, I think, Tails telling Sonic, hey, be careful before someone snaps your kneecaps or something. And Sonic says, yeah, I'll be fine. I mean, they didn't say that specifically, but I just completely forgot what they said, but it's basically how I viewed it. So Sonic's just going to his grandma's house, right? And Shadow spawns in as a werehog. No, if you don't know what a werehog is, and I think you never played Sonic Unleashed, I think that was the game title. I mean, I remember my brother playing Sonic Unleashed. That was basically where the werehog existed. They try to make him look edgy, but to me, a werehog looks freaking cute and fluffy. And he's basically a dog. Anyways, Shadow, who is meant to be the wolf in that story, spawns in and I think flirts with Sonic or just tells Sonic something. Sonic is blushing for some weird reason, and then he leaves, and then 2 minutes later Shadow somehow found his grandma's house, even though now questioning that, does Sonic even have a grandma, because he barely has any parents. And when he came inside the house, he disguised himself as a grandma. I forgot to mention, it's like the actual story, Red Riding Hood. You probably already know about that, and I slightly forgot what happened. So Sonic opens it and he says he has cookies with wine. Okay, number one, Sonic is 15 years old, and is it even legal in Japan for a minor to drink wine? I don't know. All I just know, the age of consent is 13, but I don't know what the age of law to drink is. So right after that, basically Sonic says, wow, what big ears you have. Knuckles, the better to hear you. What big eyes you have, the better to see you. And then he says, what big C word do you have? And then he shook. And then Shadow jumps out the bed and says something that I can't say here on YouTube. And Sonic questions, where is his grandma? And then it says, the Shadow says she's on vacation for 2 weeks or something like that, and then Shadow forcibly kisses Sonic. Now at this point, I can't actually describe what's going on. Let's just say Shadow is violating Sonic mercifully. And yeah, let's just say it was something that I should never seen as a 7-year-old. Now, there's this one thing I questioned to YouTube once. How the absolute hell was that on YouTube? Like, how did you allow that to get uploaded on YouTube and not even take it down until years later it got taken down? Like, isn't there a term of guidelines you said that sexual things that are showing nudity and all that shit is going to be deleted and all? And somehow that was up on YouTube. And another thing is, I don't know who the hell would make this comic, but don't they know the fact that Sonic's a fucking minor? I'm gonna show you an image. I don't know this part that I might have some technical difficulties, but I think it may or may not be fine. I mean, my video thing might cut off, but I hope the rest of it sounds at least decent. Okay, here is Sonic, right? He looks very cool and awesome, because it's any type of child when I saw this dude as very cool and awesome. Hell, even I saw him as. But it's the same way when you grow up and you still find the games cool, and then you have that one friend who draws NSFW out of these characters and you just don't care, because since you didn't think about the ages until you search up Sonic's particular age and you find out he's a fucking 15-year-old minor. You're now just probably gonna look at that friend as if they were a pedophile. And it would have been more painful if they actually knew that he was a fucking minor and they just enjoyed drawing that shit, and now you gotta find a new friend. It's basically like that. It's, why would you draw this child, a fucking 15-year-old minor, getting raped by an ageless dude? I don't know. I once searched up Shadow's age and it said that he was like 50 something. Actually just said he was 50 until I looked at TikTok said he's ageless, and now I got confused. But all I just remember it once said that he was like 50, and that's just where the concerningness is, because I once searched up, you can actually get life imprisonment for rape of a minor, I think in the United States. Or probably get charged. But I think I remember it saying particularly you can actually get life imprisonment for that. But to the creator, I don't know what type of weird shit you into, but this ain't it. Cause I'm gonna show you an image of Sonic's fucking face when he was just getting violated. Look at this. Look at this shit. You do not see the damn fear in his damn face. He just got violated and he's about to get violated again. And some people somehow will get a boner from this. I don't know what the hell is wrong with these people, but they need to see Jesus or hell. They just need to get checked out from a mental hospital. Cause I don't know who the hell would upload this on YouTube. I don't know who the hell would make this comic, and I don't know who was the person who made it, but they need probably a friggin' talk to. Cause it's more painless. This looked like this was drawn on a freaking paper. This looked like it was drawn on paper with some crayon or colored pencils and all that shit. Or hell, paint, I can't tell. All I know that this is just forever messed up, cause look at his damn face. That's the fear of a damn child just about to get raped. Cause since I have to remind you, Sonic is a 15-year-old minor. A fucking minor. He is 15 years old. And somehow people find this shit okay. I say some people. Since there's actually people drawing NSFW out of Sonic characters. Even though looking at those people, they're fucking disgusting. Cause since Sonic's a damn child, Tails is 8 years old, Amy is 12 years old, Knuckles is 16 years old, I mean Rouge, he's 18, at least that's legal, and some of the other characters, they're minors or adults. All I know is the fact that some of the Sonic characters are teenagers, but except for Eggman. I remember it once saying that he was in his mid-40s, which is kind of weird that a 40-something-year-old man is trying to destroy a 15-year-old child. But anyways, I just wanted to talk to you about this damn comic book I saw as a fucking kid in somehow questioned why was that once on YouTube they got removed, and then some comics book things are actually still on there, but they're the censored versions. But I just particularly remember seeing the uncensored version. So there's that. If you like this comic book, then I will question you. But if you don't like this comic book, then that is okay, since I can see the reason why. It's fucking about raping a damn child and somehow get a happy ass ending. Like what? What? I'm that confused. Now, before I actually end this video, I wanted to put in a sexual assault hotline at the end, because since nobody should be getting violated at all. Like, absolutely nobody. I know he's fiction, but there's actual people out there who gets violated or sexually assaulted or hell, even raped. And they can't do absolute shit about it sometimes. It's more worse if it involves a minor getting violated or even raped. So here is a sexual hotline for those who are just being sexually assaulted or violated. I'm trying to put this in the best way I can say, because since I'm not really so knowledgeable with sexual assault, but all I know that sexual assault is very wrong in a lot of levels, because it happens to anyone. Non-binaries, girls, women, girls, women, men, boys, transgender people, anyone with any type of gender, they be getting sexually assaulted by anyone, and it even involves with the ages. Like, just the freaking ages. That's where it gets more concerning. So here is the sexual hotline. Please call this number right there if you or any of your loved ones are being sexually assaulted by any family member or any type of person or anyone around the earth who is getting sexually assaulted. Because since I just downright refuse to let anyone inside of, like, anyone watching this video to be going through this shit and they don't know who to call.